Hey members of the Forge Gaming community, my name is Druid, also commonly known as Jay. This is just a small disclaimer before the video to tell you that this is just my personal opinion on the guide that you're about to watch based off of the research that I have done. This is by no means in any way, shape, or form something you have to follow. It's just a suggestion based off of all of the research that I've done. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it'll help you. Bye. And welcome back to the fourth video in our series following on how to build your artifact weapons. And this time around we're talking about the Guardian Druid. First off, we're always going to have to pick our artifact ability, and this artifact ability allows us to unleash the Rage of Ursoc for 10 seconds, preventing 25% of all the damage we take and reflecting it back at the target based off of 250% of your attack power. And once again, as always, we take the first talent, which is the only option, which in this instance is increasing our armor by 5%. Now, the gold dragons that we're going to be working towards first is Adaptive Fur. The reason being is because we start with going for Wild Flesh, which increases the healing done by Frenzied Regeneration by 15%. Then we're going to go with Perpetual Spring, which reduces the cooldown of Barkskin by 9%. And then we're going to go to the Reinforced Fur, which increases our armor by an additional 12% while Iron Fur is active. And then we're going to go with Adaptive Fur. So whenever we take elemental damage, we have a chance to grant 10% damage reduction for 15% against the element that caused the damage. So it just adds more damage reduction to our already intense amount of damage reduction. And we've grabbed a lot of cooldowns right away and improved most of our base cooldowns already. From there, we're going to go with Bloody Paws, which makes it so that any targets affected by Thrash have their movement speed reduced by 50% for 6 seconds. And then we're going to increase the damage dealt by Thrash by 30%, allowing us to go to Embrace the Nightmare, which is our strongest golden dragon. So, while Rage of the Sleeper is active, you deal 25% increased damage, gain 25 increased leech, and are immune to all effects that cause control of loss of your character. This gold dragon is very, very strong. It gives you a much more better way to hold threat, increases the overall damage you do, and the fact that there are lots of CC and other based abilities within all of the encounters that we're going to have, it gives you so much more control over when you're going to be able to fight those. From there, we're going to actually finally start going after Vicious Bites, which increases our Mangle by 21%. Then go to Sharpened Instincts, which reduces all the damage we take from Survival Instincts by an additional 10%. Then we're going to go to Ark's Endurance, which increases the duration of Barkskin, Iron Fur, and the Mark of Ursoc by an additional 1.5 seconds. And then get our final Golden Dragon at Gory Fur, which makes Mangle have a 15% chance to reduce the rage cost of Iron Fur or Mark of Ursoc by 50%. Now from here, we have a few talents we need to start working on. So the first one, obviously, is going to be Bestial Fortitude, which makes it so that we get a 3% increase in stamina. Health is health, it's always important. Just adds that extra little bit of padding onto yourself to make it so that if, in those instances where a hit may kill you, it may not now. From there, we're going to go with Mauler, which increases the critical strike chance of Maul by 9%. And then we have a few options. We have the option of Roar of the Crowd or Bear Hug. Bear Hug increases the chance to trigger Gore by 5%. And Roar of the Crowd makes it so Stampeding Roar increases your movement speed by an additional 5% per ally hit, up to a maximum of 25%. Considering there are fights where movement speed is important, but having that 5% chance to increase Gore is more important than going for Roar of the Crowd. And then once there, unlike the Protection Warrior, all other tanks actually have it so when we get to the point where we finally start filling in the final 20 points of our artifact weapon, instead of getting armor, bears, as well as paladins, and vengeance demon hunters, and brewmaster monks, they gain health instead of armor. So, we're going to put all those final 20 points in, giving us a total of 15% increase to health, for a total actually of 18% increase to health, based off of the 15 points from there, and the 3 points from there. It makes it so that it's nice, you're getting that extra bit of buff in stamina, and making you just that much tankier. Moving on to your Legion Legendaries. We've got a few different options, nice ones for later on. The first one we as Guardian Druids want to get right away is the Dual Determination. and makes it so that Survival Instincts gains an additional charge and recharges 15% faster. As we know, Survival Instincts reduces the damage we take by 50% for 6 seconds. Having 3 charges of that makes it so that those high burst moments gives us a huge opportunity to reduce the damage. And especially considering those opportunities will occur in Legion, it's going to be super nice to have. From there, the next one I would recommend would be the Arcthor, Creator of the Worlds, which is your chess piece. So what it happens is, in all forms and all aspects, it increases the effect of Astral Influence, Feline Swiftness, Thick Hide, and Ysera's Gift by 50%. So, as a Guardian Druid, we can benefit from Thick Hide. It gives us so much of a better opportunity as a secondary legendary to be able to boost our stats. Considering the only other options we have as a Guardian Druid are to increase the damage and radius of Thrash by 25%, which we don't really need to do. Thrash is already getting a decent, nice damage buff and increase from the Claws of Ursoc itself. One of the third options you can do later on in the expansion is go for the Skyseld's Hold, which increases the Frenzied Regeneration heal by an additional 12% over the course of 3 seconds. And then, or you can also have it so Thrash, again, for more AoE-based fights, can stack up to 2 more times. That has been your guide on how to build your Guardian Druid with your artifact weapon and your Legion legendaries. I hope you enjoy, and see you next time. Bye.